Mr. Secretary, first of all, Dublin. You and I discussed Dublin
Yes.
yesterday, and as you're aware, predating your tenure, very significant sterilization failures that led to the potential exposure of thousands of Georgia veterans to bloodborne diseases, and indeed, some of those who may have been exposed later tested positive for HIV and hepatitis. In March of this year, the Inspector General conducted an additional inspection of facilities at Dublin and found continued egregious failures. Can you assure the subcommittee and Georgia veterans that these issues at Dublin have been resolved?
Yes. I've actually been to Dublin. I was there about 2 months ago, and we've gotten reports since then. This was about the time Dr. Lieberman, who is our chief doctor, who is over VHA, has confirmed this as well, that those have been replaced. The problem there is a conversation we just had a few minutes ago about leadership, and that's what we're trying to correct. Right now, there is still we're trying to get permanent leadership into the Dublin facility, and for those who may not know the Dublin facility, this is a facility. It's a great part of the state of Georgia. That's my, sort of, I got a lot of friends and family down there, but it's harder to recruit down there. It's harder to get folks to come into that facility and want to be there long term. So we're trying to work that out because I think this is a leadership problem that
and forgive me, Mr. Secretary, I want to get to the leadership at Dublin, but just to be clear, in order to ensure that we're informing the public, your testimony is that these issues have been resolved at Dublin. And does that include all of the outstanding Inspector General recommendations that were found in March? The March 6th report says that there were significant failures to resolve previous OIG identified deficiencies, failure to fully implement SensiTrack, which is an electronic surgical instrument tracking system, failure to address concerns of the SensiTrack coordinator's performance on implementation, failures to resolve concerns related to sterilization facilities. Have all of the Inspector General recommendations with respect to Dublin sterilization, which were not yet implemented in March, now been implemented? No problem.
To my understanding, yes. And I'll be happy to, because this is, again, for you and I both in Georgia. I'll be happy to go back and look at that again. My understanding is, yes, Dr. Lieberman said it has, but I'll be happy to go back and look at that and make sure.
Yeah, and that same March inspection, in addition to the not yet completed or implemented recommendations from the past OIG report, again at Dublin, this is March, the OIG determined that sterilization and operating room staff failed to remove non-conforming surgical instruments from the rectal tray. OIG found additional surgical instruments in non-conforming condition, and that contrary to policy, staff reprocessed and used non-conforming instruments at the facility. A range of other failures. That was in March. So your assurance that the Inspector General's recommendations have been implemented is appreciated, and I would welcome any follow-up you can provide as soon as possible so that we can reassure folks who are served by this Dublin facility that they're safe getting care there.
I will definitely do that, and not to give away, there's some issues at Dublin, especially with this. This is, as you well know, probably before your tenure as well and mine as well, Dublin has had this, there's been some issues down there before. We're going to make sure of this. We're staying on top of it. But I will, again, correct you, and I'll get you some information.
And you mentioned that at Dublin, leadership is a major issue.
Yes.
And as of, we got this report in May. So as of May 9th, we received a report that the recruitment of a new medical director at Dublin was on hold due to the hiring freeze. Now, I know you have faced substantial pushback on the effects of that hiring freeze. Can you confirm that you've changed course and you've exempted that position now from the hiring freeze?
Those are exempted, yes. As I shared yesterday on the phone, those are exempted, yes.
Okay. And when was that exemption made? Because this was we got this on May 9th, said that recruitment of a new Dublin
May 15th.
director. May 15th.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
So that would have been after.